New video tonight in the deadly federal agent-involved shooting of ICU nurse and U.S. citizen Alex Pretti.
ABC News has obtained footage shot from inside a parked car right in front of where that incident unfolded. The first part of the video shows bystanders honking and recording federal agents that are in the street before the encounter escalates. Now, as the video continues, it shows a confrontation between federal agents and civilians that you can see here moves in front of the car. Agents are seen shoving multiple people before Alex Pretti steps in. The federal agent then appears to spray chemical irritant at Pretti and others in front of the car. The struggle continues. The video shows more agents come into frame, grab Pretti to take him to the ground, and then they are out of view of this camera.
Now, other bystander video from the scene then shows the continued struggle. An agent in a gray coat reaches into the scuffle, removing what appears to be a gun. Then just seconds later, the shots begin. Also new tonight, we are hearing from family and friends of Alex Pretti.
Pretti grew up in the Green Bay area before making his way to the Twin Cities. Our Eric Chaloux joins us live from a growing memorial at the spot where Pretti was killed.
Yeah, Carson and Brett, Minneapolis police actually within the last 5 minutes over here closed off the street. There's several dozen folks out here near that site of the shooting from Saturday. We know the National Guard left earlier today. Minneapolis police saying no arrests last night. As you mentioned, we did hear from Alex Pretti's parents today telling us that he loved the outdoors. He loved his dog and he loved his country.
We need people sticking for each other.
Sunday, people stopped where Alex Pretti was fatally shot by U.S. Border Patrol the day before to reflect.
May we never forget and always remember our brothers and sisters who have served so that we may enjoy the gift of freedom.
That was Pretti, a nurse reading the final salute to a fallen veteran who's one of his ICU patients in 2024. Now we're hearing more from Pretti's family, who spoke to the Associated Press.
He cared about people deeply, and he was very upset with what was happening in Minneapolis and throughout the United States with ICE, as millions of other people are upset.
Pretti's father, Michael, sharing details about a conversation he recently had with his son.
We had this discussion with him 2 weeks ago or so, that go ahead and protest, but do not engage, do not do anything stupid, basically.
He wouldn't.
And he said he knows that. He knew that.
I had seen, I think, probably 3 different angles of the video, was outraged, thought of it as a tragedy.
Travis Vanden Heuvel watched the social media videos of the shooting, not knowing it was Pretti, who he grew up with in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Tragedy became devastation, Eric.
I can't imagine what that moment was like.
It was, in a word, surreal.
He says the two developed a friendship through the Green Bay Boy Choir.
I would learn later on that he continued to sing. He had a passion for musicals and, using his voice. And it's tragic that using his voice would ultimately cost him his life.
Pretti's parents said that they learned about all of this from a phone call from a journalist, and then they watched that video. Our team's still working to find out many of those unanswered questions about what happened before, during, and after that encounter. We're live here in South Minneapolis tonight. Eric Chaloux, 5 Eyewitness News.
Eric, thank you.